Previously on Totally Primal.
We are at Primal Eats, and behind me is the beer wall.
We wanted to bring self-pour technology up to the Northwoods. You can bounce around between different beers without committing to an entire glass.
I'll tell you what I think is really cool. It's like a soda machine for adults.
You can really dispense any clarified liquid. So we've got some old-fashioned up on the wall right now.
Old-fashioned, yeah.
Yep.
You can walk up to this wall
Obviously.
and get an old-fashioned. We just gotta touch the screen, right?
Yep.
We just touch the screen. That's a brand new old-fashioned sour. Well, let's go check out the draft system itself on the backside. We're right on the outside of the beer wall. We're just outside. And through the turtle door here, Isaac's gonna show us kind of what's going on here.
Yeah,
so
let's slide on through. So coming through this door, we've got our cooler here, and it's kind of the first thing that you're gonna notice is we've got these 3 lines up above us. So across these lines, we're running all of our data cables, our CO2, our nitrogen. Inside, square footage is super valuable.
Yes.
You can never have enough of it. And so for us to put a big cooler inside, well, we ultimately decided it wasn't worth it. So to eat up more of that space. So that's why we put it outside here. So running these lines across just made it easy for us to still have some sort of atmosphere control, not just exposing the trunk lines to the elements like we have now in the winter. While maintaining our space inside.
This is really awesome, you guys. All right, wow, look at this.
Well, when you come in here, one of the first things that you're gonna notice is these walls of panels. So we have 16 total panels, 8 panels on each side, and 2 products per panel. So 8 times 2 equals 16, times 2 equals 32 taps. So
It's a pocket math for you. That was good. I like it.
So down here, we've got a 1/4 barrel beer keg. That is connected up to the panel here. First thing that it goes through is a nitrogen pump here. The reason why we run nitrogen pumps here is it allows us to have a lower pressure on the line,
Right.
while pushing it through also a very small line. So what you get out of having a lower pressure on the line is less potential for a large amount of foam to be poured, because you're forcing a carbonated liquid through a small line. By pushing it with tons of pressure, you're going to get more foam ultimately. So for us, having the pressure as low as possible while maintaining a high quality is super important, because then customers, they're going to be pouring beer, not a bunch of foam, and no one likes pouring a bunch of foam.
We didn't put the self-pour system in, so we had to keep, helping people with foam.
So when a keg runs dry, this tube is going to fill with air, and we don't want that air to get into our draft lines, because if you get an air bubble in there, that's going to cause a ton of foam when a customer comes up to start to pour beer. So the way this fob works is it's got kind of a float meter in there. And when the float meter drops, it shuts the line down, so it doesn't allow anything to pour through. So that eliminates for us the possibility of getting air bubbles in the line. And having no air bubbles means no foam. So that is good.
And just looking down right here, that's the old-fashioned right there, isn't it?
Yes, so this is, if you notice, there's a difference between the 2 kegs here. This is a keg that we actually fill here. So we're mixing up our own blend and then putting it on the draft wall. And so we could also do that with margarita or really any other mixed drink that we want to run on our draft system. So it's really cool. With this, there's a stir stick that goes into the keg. And then this is a magnetic base that spins the stir stick.
Right.
So you're maintaining a perfectly mixed beverage inside of that keg and then running it through the draft line. So we don't have to come out here and, mix it up, and we have to worry about any of the liquid settling and not having the right mixture. That just allows us to maintain the same level of quality at all points through the pouring process for the customer.
What is that card actually doing when I put it on the wall?
So when a customer is out there with their card and they set it out on the draft wall, there's a couple things that happens. For one, this solenoid is going to power up. And the purpose of having a solenoid on the draft line is it closes the valve, so when it's not powered up. And that allows the valve being closed, no beer to be poured. So someone can't just walk up to the draft wall and pour themselves a beverage without a card that's authorized.
No card, no beer.
No beer.
Yeah.
And so after that solenoid is powered up and that valve is open, this flow meter is going to track how much beer is dispensed in real time. So I guess the easiest way to describe it is it's just like pumping gas. When you're sitting there pumping gas, you've got the meter kind of going
Something we can all relate to.
on the pump, and it's going to be telling you in real time both how much liquid you're dispensing and then what the cost is.
This whole thing, I mean, does everybody have something like this?
Not
Is
everybody.
this something that's usual in a beer setup?
This is not normal. It's packing a bunch of technology into a fairly simple process, but allowing you to maintain high levels of quality and also provide a very unique customer experience. So combining all that together, it just adds another draw for people for when they come to Primal Eats, and to be able to come here and hopefully make some memories that they wouldn't have been able to make somewhere else.
Awesome, Isaac. Thanks for showing us the wall. Come down to Primal Eats, get your Pour My Beer card, and Isaac, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time on another episode of Totally Primal.
Woo! Someone's pouring beer. So, Bo was checking his phone. Got bored. I'm kidding.
It is kind of cold in here. Let's go back inside by the beer wall.
You just want more beer.
He's not right. That's not.